When it comes to how they live their lives, Sigma males walk their own paths through and through. From a young age, they realize that their way of approaching the world doesn't quite fit with those around them, and this is their greatest advantage in life. Why is it that Sigma males so often seem to achieve success and contentment in their lives, despite seemingly disregarding all the rules of what it takes to get ahead in society? The answer can be put down to the reliable practices they implement in their day-to-day lives that keep them focused and in touch with both themselves and their goals in life. Today, let's take a look at these lifestyle practices as, although they come naturally to a Sigma male, they can be put to great use by anybody seeking to make positive changes to the way they live their lives. Here are the top habits of a Sigma male for your actual life. Number 17. Don't forget what you've been through. Sigmas have a naturally high intellect and a powerful memory. This is hardly surprising as their way of thinking about the world is naturally analytic in nature, and they need to maintain a sharp mind to be able to process information on the high level that they enjoy. One way Sigma males put this talent for memory to good use is to remember where they started and all that they've been through. Keeping track of their progress throughout life is how a Sigma male stays dedicated to growth and self-improvement, and is his way of proving to himself the sheer power he possesses. Number 16. Be brutally honest. Sigmas are all about being as grounded in reality as possible. While others may be content with maintaining superficial beliefs or focusing on their appearance, Sigmas get straight to the cold hard facts. Rather than beat around the bush, Sigma males prefer to be frank and sometimes even brutally honest with both themselves and those around them. This is because Sigmas understand that the less time they spend avoiding the truth, the more time they can spend confronting it and making impactful changes to their circumstances. Number 15. Pay attention to detail. We know that Sigmas are highly observant individuals by nature. As they are often fairly reserved and generally disinterested in extended social interaction, they tend to spend a lot of time on the fringes of social interaction and prefer to spend their time observing and analyzing what goes on around them. This leads them to have a great aptitude for picking up on small details that may reveal important and advantageous truths about the situations they find themselves in. This works to their advantage, and any Sigma male will tell you that learning to pay attention to detail and searching for the nuances in your environment leads to a far richer experience of life in general. Number 14. Take time for yourself. Sigmas naturally fall more on the introverted side of the personality spectrum than many of their peers. They don't care what other people think of them, and they truly know the value of their time alone. Too much time spent around other people can have an incredibly draining effect on a Sigma, and when he starts to feel stretched by social interactions, he will always find a way to carve out time for himself and recharge his batteries. Number 13. Always keep a cool head. The naturally analytical way that Sigma males view the world is one of their most recognizable qualities. They reflect upon and analyze their experiences and environments to a degree that often leaves those around them shocked. But in a time of crisis, this becomes an invaluable skill. Sigmas know that letting themselves cave into panic or emotional reasoning will only serve to draw out the crisis at hand. Practicing a stoic approach to tackling issues is the Sigma's secret to handling life's most challenging moments with calmness and grace. Number 12. Practice gratitude. Being thankful is central to how the Sigma male views the world around him, and he makes a point out of actively practicing gratitude for all that he has. Many of the world's major philosophies and religions acknowledge that the root of unhappiness is often rooted in desire, and that only by being grateful for what we have or what we have achieved can we begin to appreciate the value of the future goals we set for ourselves. Number 11. Don't be afraid to take risks. Despite being rather aloof and at times reclusive, Sigmas also manage to earn themselves a reputation for taking risks. Unlike others, however, the risks taken by Sigmas tend to produce remarkably high success rates. So why is this? Well, the answer lies in the fact that for the Sigma male, a risk is not really a risk. Sigmas spend so much time analyzing their environments and their own capabilities that they tend to have thought through every eventuality of a risk before they confidently take the decision to go for it. Number 10. Be open to learning from others. It's clear that Sigmas are naturally curious in life and possess an unquenchable thirst for learning. They learn from any source they can, including those around them. Instead of needing to feel that they are better than everyone around them, Sigmas view their peers as opportunities to learn something new about the world and remain open-minded to the wisdom of others. Number 9. Trust your instincts. As Sigma males spend so much of their time reflecting upon and analyzing the world around them, their sense of intuition normally works to an incredibly high degree. When a Sigma male gets a bad feeling about a person, place, or an opportunity, he knows that this gut feeling is well worth listening to, and he always listens to his instincts. Number 8. Make the time to reflect. At the end of the day, a Sigma needs to take even just a little bit of time out of the routine of daily life to reflect on everything he's been through. Failure to do so can leave him feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, and at a loss of control. Taking the time to reflect on all of his experiences is a crucial practice that Sigmas use to keep steady track of their progress throughout life and make sure they are learning as much as possible about themselves and the world around them. Number 7. Take care of yourself. Sigmas know the true value of self-respect. As they have little regard for what the rest of society thinks about them, they will rarely be seen trying to keep up with the latest fads and fashions, but they do like to take care of themselves. Establishing a healthy daily routine and practicing good sleep hygiene is a critical part of how a Sigma male sets himself up for peak performance throughout the day. Number 6. View others equally. Many people in society, at least to some degree, derive their sense of worth based on their relationships with others. Popularity, praise, and acceptance are central to how people think of themselves. But this is not the case for Sigma males. They see them as separate to the cares of the social dominance hierarchy and view everyone as equals, as opposed to a means to fulfilling their own sense of self-worth. Number 5. Strive for self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is an incredibly important value to the average Sigma male. These men are the lone wolves of society, and they don't like to feel as though they're in a state of dependence towards anyone but themselves. They make self-sufficiency a goal in life and map out an actionable plan towards achieving as much independence as possible. Number 4. When it comes to relationships, prioritize quality over quantity. We know that Sigmas have a tendency to be rather solitary creatures. They don't feel the need to maintain a vast social circle, and they choose their friends wisely. It can take a long time for enough trust to form with a Sigma male before he will truly consider someone a friend. This is because when it comes to relationships, Sigma males place a far greater priority on quality as opposed to quantity. Instead of playing the social butterfly, they practice forming few but incredibly strong bonds with people they truly care about. Number 3. Find a love for learning. Sigmas possess a natural love for learning that guides them throughout the course of their lives. They are never satisfied with their current understanding of the world and constantly seek to know more and understand better. This love of learning acts as a propulsive force in a Sigma's life, and is a practice that, once mastered, means that life continues to be interesting and exciting at every step along the way. Number 2. Let go of what others think. Living outside of the social dominance hierarchy, the judgments of the outside world fall on deaf ears when it comes to Sigmas. No amount of judgment or expectation is reason enough to stop them from staying true to themselves. Like a sixth sense, Sigma males have a strong sense of self that cannot be swayed by any external factors. This is why they are able to take risks and break away from the pack, and is what leads so many Sigma males to become innovators in their fields. And before we move on to the final and perhaps the most important Sigma male practice that you can use to change your life, please take a second to hit the like button down below. It really helps to grow the channel and allows us to keep bringing you guys the Bloke Box content you enjoy the most. Now on to our final practice. Number 1. Learning from failure. Nobody in life is 100% immune from failure. At some point or another, we all experience disappointment or our plans not quite working out as we expected. This is only natural and part of being human. But when it comes to failure, attitude is everything. Sigma males view their failures as opportunities to learn from themselves and are not afraid to get back up on the horse once they've been knocked down. They are resilient and determined and put this to use in how they approach failure. When plans don't work out, they don't falter or back down. Instead, they take a step back and reflect and assess why they failed and come up with a new strategy for success. Putting these Sigma male practices to use in your own life can yield unbelievable changes and bring you closer to being the man you strive to and know that you can be. Do you practice any of these in your own life already, or do you have anything to add to the list? Share your Sigma male practices in the comment section for the chance to have yours pinned. Thanks for watching and make sure to check out the rest of the channel for more.